Hello students, in a previous video we were up to chemical equilibrium and characteristics of chemical equilibrium. Now in a sequence of videos, in a present video we would start with a new article, law of mass action, which is helpful to determine equilibrium constant. Now first we would think what is mean by active mass, and then we would proceed to the law of mass action. Active mass is an ancient term which generally stand for concentration of the substances, any given substance. For example, molar concentration of a substance is taken as x mole per liter. We could treat x is its active mass, which is its a molar concentration. So the first thing that we are about to clear before proceeding to law is the term active mass, which will be in a statement of law of a mass action. This means in modern time as a molar concentration, and molar concentration for any given species is given by a square bracket. A way of representation it is. To represent molar concentration of certain species, we would write that species in a square bracket, which will be read as molar concentration of reactant or molar concentration of product. Now what is a law of mass action? Law of mass action is a law which is in relation to a rate of chemical reaction. The law states any given chemical substance which will be reacting in a reaction, its a rate of reaction or activity of that substance is directly proportional to active mass of that substance. In short, reactivity of any given substance is directly proportional to its molar concentration. So law in general state that rate, we would proceed with the statement of it, and the statement is rate at which any given substance react is directly proportional to its active mass. Rate at which any given substance react is directly proportional to its active mass. And for a chemical reaction, the law of mass action states that rate for any given chemical reaction is directly proportional to product of active masses of its reactant. If multiple reactants are present, then rate is proportional to product of active masses, means product of their molar concentration term. Beyond that, law states that every concentration term in a given rate equation has a power which is equal to its stoichiometric coefficient in a balanced chemical equation. Okay. So first we would dictate whole statement, and then we would try to get what is the meaning of it. Law states that for any given substance, its a rate at which it react is directly proportional to its active mass, and for a chemical reaction, for any given chemical reaction, rate of reaction is directly proportional to product of active masses. Active masses in modern time also called molar concentrations. Rate of reaction is directly proportional to product of active masses or molar concentrations of its reactants. Reactants single or multiple, with every concentration term having power equal to its stoichiometric coefficient in balanced chemical equation. होल स्टेटमेंट लिहिण्याचं पर्पज काय, तर हे स्टेटमेंट थोडंसं लेंदी आहे आणि ह्यामध्ये बऱ्याचशा टर्म्स आहेत जे आपल्याला क्लिअर करणं नेसेसरी आहे, म्हणून आपण एंटायर स्टेटमेंट लिहिलं आहे. लॉ तसं इन जनरल खूप शॉर्टली स्टेट केला जातो की कुठल्याही केमिकल मटेरियलचं किंवा केमिकल सबस्टन्सचं जे ॲक्टिव्हिटी आहे, ॲक्टिव्हिटी म्हणजेच रिॲक्टिव्हिटी, तर ती ॲक्टिव्हिटी त्याच्या ॲक्टिव्ह मासवर डिपेंड करतं. थोडक्यात आपण असं कन्सिडर करू की छतावरती एक टँक आहे जो वॉटरनी फुल केलेला आहे आणि त्याच्या बॉटमला टॅप आहे. टॅप ओपन केल्याच्या नंतर पाणी बाहेर यायला चालू होईल. तर जे पाणी बाहेर येतं त्या येणाऱ्या पाण्याची स्पीड ही वॉटर टँकमध्ये असलेल्या ॲक्टिव्ह मास ऑफ वॉटर म्हणजे अमाऊंट ऑफ वॉटर, थोडक्यात व्हॉल्यूम ऑफ वॉटरवर डिपेंड करतं. म्हणजे पाणी बाहेर येण्याची प्रोसेस पूर्ण टँक रिकामा होईपर्यंत कंटिन्युअसली प्रोसीड होत जाईल, म्हणजे कंटिन्यूशनमध्ये असेल. पण इनिशियली खूप फास्ट स्पीडनं पाणी येईल, कारण त्यामध्ये वॉटरचं लेवल खूप जास्त आहे, इंटरनल प्रेशर जास्त होईल, व्हॉल्यूम जास्त असल्यामुळं, आणि हाय स्पीडने वॉटर बाहेर येईल. जसं जसं वॉटरचं लेवल ड्रॉप होत जाईल पाणी बाहेर येणं थांबणार नाही, पण त्याची स्पीड ग्रॅज्युअली कमी होईल. त्याला आपण ॲक्टिव्हिटी असं म्हणतो. कुठलीही केमिकल रिॲक्शन जी रिॲक्टंट बरोबर स्टार्ट होते तो रिॲक्टंटचा अमाऊंट हळूहळू कमी कमी होत जातो आणि तो प्रोडक्टमध्ये बदलतो. तर रेट ऑफ केमिकल रिॲक्शनमध्ये आपण असं ऑब्झर्व करतो की रिॲक्शन सुरुवातीला जेव्हा रिॲक्टंटचा अमाऊंट खूप जास्त आणि प्रोडक्ट 0 असतो त्यावेळेस खूप फास्ट असतो. जसं प्रोडक्ट फॉर्मेशन वाढत जाईल रिॲक्टंटचा अमाऊंट फॉल होईल आणि जसा रिॲक्टंटचा अमाऊंट कमी होत गेला रेट ऑफ केमिकल रिॲक्शन पण कमी कमी होतो. तेच इन जनरल लॉ ऑफ मास ॲक्शन स्टेट करतं दॅट रेट इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू ॲक्टिव्ह मास. केमिकल रिॲक्शनच्या रेटमध्ये आणखी एक मॅथमॅटिकल सिग्निफिकन्स लॉ स्टेट करतं आणि ते सिग्निफिकन्स काय की कुठलीही केमिकल रिॲक्शन असेल, जर आपण इन जनरल केमिकल रिॲक्शन घेतोय स्मॉल a टाइम्स ऑफ कॅपिटल A प्लस स्मॉल b टाइम्स ऑफ कॅपिटल B कन्वर्टेड टू प्रोडक्ट, हे असं, तर लॉ ऑफ मास ॲक्शन हे स्टेट करतं की ह्या केमिकल रिॲक्शनचा जो रेट आहे, ज्याला आपण रेट फॉर अ केमिकल रिॲक्शन म्हणू, हा रेट A आणि Bच्या ॲक्टिव्ह मासेसला डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल आहे. ॲक्टिव्ह मास म्हणजेच मोलार कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन, आणि मोलार कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन्सलाच आपण हे स्क्वेअर ब्रॅकेटने रिप्रेझेंट करतो. तर लॉ हे स्टेट करतं की रेट रिॲक्टंटच्या ॲक्टिव्ह मासेस म्हणजेच मोलार कॉन्सन्ट्रेशनच्या प्रोडक्टला डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल आहे. इट इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू प्रोडक्ट ऑफ ॲक्टिव्ह मासेस ऑफ द रिॲक्टंट. बियॉन्ड दॅट एव्हरी ॲक्टिव्ह मास टर्म हे प्रत्येक कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन टर्मला एक पर्टिक्युलर पॉवर आहे आणि तो पॉवर त्या त्या रिॲक्टंट स्पेसिसच्या बॅलन्स्ड स्टेट इक्वेशनमध्ये जो स्टोइकोमेट्रिक कोइफिशियंट आहे त्याच्या बरोबर असतो. म्हणजेच एचा पॉवर ह्या एक्सप्रेशनमध्ये स्मॉल a असा आहे आणि बीचा पॉवर सेम एक्सप्रेशनमध्ये स्मॉल b असं आहे. ह्याला आपण जनरलाइज करू आणखी. सपोज ट्वाइस ऑफ a प्लस 3 टाइम्स ऑफ b कन्वर्टेड टू प्रोडक्ट, हे असं रिॲक्शन आहे. तर लॉ ऑफ मास ॲक्शननुसार गिवन रिॲक्शनचा जो रेट आहे तो डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल आहे कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन ऑफ a रेज टू 2 मल्टिप्लाइड बाय कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन ऑफ b रेज टू 3. मॅथमॅटिकली आपण हे समजू शकतो की पॉवरमध्ये हे जे टर्म्स आहेत ह्यांना खूप सिग्निफिकन्स आहे. 2 असणं म्हणजे स्क्वेअर प्रपोर्शनमध्ये असणं. स्क्वेअर प्रपोर्शन म्हणजे काय की जर एचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन डबल केलं तर रेट 4 पट वाढेल. 2 टाइम्स वाढणार नाही. 2 टाइम्स कधी वाढेल जर एचा पॉवर 1 असेल तर. किंवा आपण बीचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन डबल करतो तर रेट 2⁻³ म्हणजे 8 पट वाढेल. तर लॉ ऑफ मास ॲक्शन हे स्टेट करतं की गिवन केमिकल रिॲक्शनमध्ये रेट ऑफ केमिकल रिॲक्शन हा रिॲक्टंट स्पेसिसच्या ॲक्टिव्ह मासेसच्या मोलार कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन टर्म्सच्या प्रोडक्टला डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल आहे आणि प्रत्येक कॉन्सन्ट्रेशनचा पॉवर त्याच्या स्टोइकोमेट्रिक कोएफिशियंट्सच्या बरोबर असतो. The statement we would revise, it is that rate for any given chemical reaction is directly proportional to product of active masses of the reactant species with every concentration term having power equal to its stoichiometric coefficient in a balanced chemical equation. Clear with the law? Okay. Now next to this we would proceed to the term called equilibrium constant, which is basically application of law of mass action in a reversible chemical reaction. So we would continue with that one. Now suppose A plus B converted to C plus D is a reversible chemical reaction, and for that chemical reaction we are about to find a constant which is called equilibrium constant. Okay. Now suppose, now first we would entitle it, we are about to proceed to obtain expression for equilibrium constant, and that is denoted by K value in general. Now suppose small a times of capital A plus small b times of capital B reversibly converted to small c times of capital C plus small d times of capital D. This is a general reversible chemical reaction. Now reversible chemical reaction is composed of a 2 half reaction. One is forward half reaction or just a forward reaction, and other is backward reaction. We would write the reactions separately. Now what is a forward reaction? Forward reaction is small a times of capital A plus small b times of capital B converted to small c times of capital C and small d times of capital D. This is irreversible forward half of given reversible reaction. According to law of mass action, rate for forward reaction is directly proportional to active mass or molar concentration having power equal to stoichiometric coefficient. So we would write rate of forward is directly proportional to concentration of A raised to A into concentration of B raised to B. Now proportional can be changed by a proportionality constant with an equation. So we could write RF, rate of forward reaction, is equal to KF, proportionality constant for a forward reaction, multiplied by concentration of A raised to A into B raised to B. Now here we obtained equation for rate of a forward reaction for given reversible reaction. We would denote this one by equation 1. Now next to this we would apply same procedure to reverse reaction or a backward reaction. Now backward or reverse reaction is small c times of capital C plus small d times of capital D irreversibly converted to small a times of capital A plus small b times of capital B. Do not get confused with why the half reactions are irreversible when whole or a net reaction is reversible in a nature. It is just a mode of representation, way of representation. While representing a half of the reaction, we represent it as an irreversible one. As a net reaction, it is a reversible. Clear? Now rate for this reaction is RB, let us say. Rate of backward is directly proportional to active mass of C raised to C, active mass of D raised to D. We could read this one as molar concentration also. So RB is equals to KB. Now it is proportionality constant like Kf can be read as rate constant for a backward reaction, just like a rate constant for a forward reaction. KB into C raised to C into D raised to D, and this would be equation second. Now we are about to find equilibrium constant. The term equilibrium constant is obtained when reaction reaches to equilibrium state. Now what is the equilibrium state for a reversible reaction? At equilibrium, rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of backward reaction. Now we have expressions for rate of forward, rate of backward. If we assume that this reaction is at equilibrium, then at equilibrium we can conclude from the definition of equilibrium, at equilibrium rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of backward. Now when we have two rates equal, rate of forward is equal to rate of backward, then we could equate the expression for their rates, which we denoted as equation number 1 and 2. So we would equate them. Rate of forward, it is Kf into A raised to A into B raised to B, and rate of backward, it is Kb into C raised to C into D raised to D. Now one more thing. What is mean by square bracket of A here? It is a molar concentration, and that molar concentration we are considering at equilibrium. So we can say here the concentrations A, B, C, D are their equilibrium concentrations. Concentration of A, concentration of B, concentration of C and concentration of D, all four together are what? All four together are equilibrium equilibrium concentrations. Why we are concentrating on this? Purpose is we have studied in a characteristics of chemical equilibrium that at equilibrium reaction reaches to a particular state when concentration of all reactant and product remains constant with respect to time. They are called equilibrium concentration. In just a previous video we discussed it. Whenever a reversible reaction reaches to equilibrium, concentration of every species, whatever it is, let it be reactant or product, for both the species concentrations become constant. There is no virtual change. Virtual in the sense net change is not there. Practically reactant are constantly converting into product, but simultaneously product is also constantly converting into reactant. So as a whole we do not get any change, and those concentrations are called equilibrium concentration, and feature of them are they all are constant. हे सगळे कॉन्स्टंट असतं. क्लिअर. आणखी एक टर्म आपण इथंच डिस्कस केलं होतं की जर मग हे कॉन्स्टंट असतील कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन व्हॅल्यूज, तर मग त्यांचं प्रोडक्ट डिव्हिजन कुठल्याही पॉवरमध्ये घेतलेलं व्हॅल्यू हे ऑल टुगेदर कॉन्स्टंटच राहील, कारण मुळातच कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन ही टर्म कॉन्स्टंट आहे. हे आपण रिवाइज करण्याचं रिझन काय? कारण ह्यावरून आपल्याला एक नवीन कॉन्स्टंट ऑब्टेन करायचं आहे ज्याला आपण इक्विलिब्रियम कॉन्स्टंट असं म्हणतो. Now we will rearrange the equation. Now Kf is equals to Kf into the whole term is equals to Kb into the term. So we could rearrange it like Kf divided by Kb is equal to, Kb taken to denominator, it will be concentration of C raised to C into D raised to D divided by concentration of A raised to A into concentration of B raised to B. Now what are Kf and Kb? This Kf and Kb are rate constant for forward and backward reaction respectively. Now when these two are constant, their ratio will be also constant, and therefore we could write Kf divided by Kb is equals to a new constant, and that is K, which is treated as equilibrium constant. And from here we could write expression for equilibrium constant as a K is equal to concentration of C raised to C into D raised to D divided by concentration of A raised to A into B raised to B. Now this is expression for equilibrium constant of given reversible reaction. Now equilibrium constant for this given reversible reaction is taken in terms of molar concentrations or active masses. Therefore same constant is also denoted as K with a C at the subscript of it. When C is written at the subscript of a K, that means it is a equilibrium constant in terms of molar concentrations. Why we need to write C here? Because there is one more way of writing equilibrium constant, which is taken as a Kp value, which means it is equilibrium constant in terms of pressure of gases. Why we consider pressure? Because whole reaction is a homogeneous gas phase reaction, and in that case when we are about to find its equilibrium constant, then we need to consider pressure instead of molar concentration. This is a general chemical reaction which we consider, and that is taken in an aqueous medium. Therefore it can be taken as a Kc. जिथे आपण मेन्शन नाही केलेलं त्याचं फेज आपण मेन्शन पण करू शकतो. This is aqueous. Both the reactant as well products are aqueous. Aqueous आहे म्हणजे आपण त्यांचं मोलार कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन घेऊ. हे असंच होमोजिनियस गॅस फेज रिएक्शन आहे. सपोज N2+3H2 कन्वर्टेड टू 2NH3. तर अशा केसेसमध्ये आपल्याला इक्विलिब्रियम कॉन्स्टंट घेत असताना Kp व्हॅल्यू घ्यावी लागेल प्रेशरच्या फॉर्ममध्ये, आणि म्हणून आपण इथे क्लिअर करतो की जेव्हा K विथ अ सबस्क्रिप्ट C असं लिहिलेलं असेल त्याचं मीनिंग आहे इट इज इक्विलिब्रियम कॉन्स्टंट इन टर्म्स ऑफ मोलार कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन्स. Okay. Now finally we have expression for equilibrium constant, which is C raised to C into D raised to D divided by A raised to A into B raised to B. Now how to define it? To define it we would use its a mathematical form, and from the mathematical form we could define equilibrium constant as equilibrium constant in terms of molar concentration is the ratio of product of molar concentrations of product to the product of molar concentration of a reactant, with every concentration term having power equal to its stoichiometric coefficient. Just like a statement of law of mass action, equilibrium constant, this K can be defined as it is the ratio of कशाचा रेशो आहे तो, इट इज द रेशो ऑफ प्रोडक्ट ऑफ, हियर द प्रोडक्ट मीन्स मल्टिप्लिकेशन, प्रोडक्ट ऑफ molar concentrations of a product. Now this product means actual product in a reaction which is C and D. Here it is. We raised the balanced equation. It was A plus B converted to C plus D, thereby C and D were the product. So it is the ratio of product of molar concentrations of product to the molar concentrations of reactant with every concentration term having power equal to its stoichiometric coefficient. Stoichiometric coefficient in balanced chemical equation. Balancing of chemical equation, stoichiometric coefficients ह्या टर्म्स आपण सम बेसिक कन्सेप्टमध्ये स्टडी केलेले आहे, त्यामुळे आपण त्यावरती आता पुन्हा एकदा फोकस नाही करत आहे. अज्युमिंग वी आर वेल नोन विथ देम. नाउ व्हॉट वी कन्क्लुडेड इज K for any given reaction is the product of active mass of product to the active mass of reactant, or molar concentration of product to the molar concentration of reactant with a concentration term having power equal to its stoichiometric coefficient. In general, we can write K for any given chemical reaction is the molar concentration of product divided by molar concentration of reactant with both the terms having power as a stoichiometric coefficient. Here SC stand, S dot C dot stand for stoichiometric coefficient. Now in present video we will stop here up to the expression for equilibrium constant. In upcoming video, first we would clear with unit of equilibrium constant if it is derived, and then characteristics of equilibrium constant with some examples. Thank you.